I do have to just take a look at this hydrangea. It's aglow in the morning light. And this hydrangea is a bridal bouquet, part of the endless summer. And it was from a cutting. I propagated this hydrangea shrub about 5 or 6 years ago, and or more. I'm not too certain, but when I started dabbling in propagation, and it has really filled out nicely over time, and this is the best I think that it's ever been for the time it's been here in the corner. Hello, and welcome to Catherine's Garden. It's so good to be with you here today on this last Sunday in the month of August. And this time is a time of reflection as we look at how the garden was and how we want it to be as we move into a new season, the fall season. I want to give you a tour around the garden, and we're going to spend some time looking at what the garden looks like right now for the end of August, and as we head into September and anticipate the changing of the weather. Good morning, and happy Sunday morning to you. I hope all is well with you. I hope that things are going well, and that you had a good night's rest, and that you're awake and you're ready to begin a beautiful, beautiful day, beautiful Sunday. This is the last Sunday in August, and we've come a long way. Things have changed and shifted, but we can still enjoy the time here. The weather's changed. Lately, the nights have been very cool in the 60s, and the daytime temps have been around the high 70s and maybe just touching the 80s. And things are shifting and changing. And I have been changing things around as well. And here we can see that the cannas continue to develop and produce their beautiful, beautiful flowers. And here's one of the blooms that is popping up. You can see that. Soon I will have another flower stalk, and that is exciting. Yes, it is. I believe there's another one developing right in here as well. You can see that right there. Yes, another one is developing there in this one, and in this one over here we can see too that they are developing new flower stalks coming in. Look at that. There's one right there. So soon we'll have more than just these two here, but we'll have a number of them, and then this continues to produce. I didn't know that cannas would be so interesting. This is actually my very first year having a canna lilies in my garden, so I will definitely be purchasing some next year. I got it from Costco, so it's amazing how over time how it's just grown into this beautiful, beautiful plant, especially at this end of summer season. I just wanted to just say hello and to wish you a wonderful, wonderful transitional time into September as we jump into September and into a new fall season. But we also want to give tribute to August, the season that has, or the month that just passed. I did take the chrysanthemums that were on the table here and put them in the garden, and I put the owls back on their designated spot here on the table in the garden. So I have been busy shifting and changing things around. This is what the garden looks like this morning. It's a nice calm morning here in the city. Yes, my garden is in the city, Northeast, Zone 6. My husband gave the grass a haircut, so everything is even and looking so orderly and well. You know, even though, as I said before, my garden is a naturalistic style garden, and I do allow it to be free, but I also give it some controls in the beds, in the pathways. In other words, those plants that I don't really feel attracted to, those thugs, I pull them out, and then those plants that I really want, I put in. So I did that here in this bed. I cut back the rose bush that was here because it was experiencing black spot. Just left a little remnant there. And then I added the chrysanthemums here. And I also took the pot that was in another location and placed it there. And this pot as well, because it looks like the impatiens are about to fizzle out. So I'm going to have to get some more chrysanthemums. I also added the marigolds to this spot. And so there's some things that I want to bring to your attention, that the old annuals, or the annuals that we had put in earlier in the year, they're starting to fade. So you may want to replace them with some garden mums and other color in your garden. So come with me as we do things like that, make some changes to the garden. So let's get a close-up of what I did here in this bed. As you can see, the impatiens are about to fizzle out. So now I am replacing them with fall-loving plants. I took my mums, my garden mums, and I did put them, I placed them right here in the garden, yes. And then also I have my marigolds, which I've added here to the garden. And they are doing well. They survived the transplant. It was a hot day when I put them in, and they're doing very well. Now, isn't that that's the colors of fall, don't you think? The oranges, orangey colors, and yellows. And this is a daisy, a Gerber daisy, that, I don't know, it wasn't really doing well here in this spot until now. So hopefully I will have more blooms coming up from that Gerber daisy. And this is also a Gerber daisy plant too. So I'm hoping that I'll get some color here from them, and this one as well. I cut back the rose bush that was here, just left this piece, and I believe that it will grow back. It has, I've done it before, cut it back severely, and it has returned before, but it does open up this space so that we can see the flowers better and see what's happening here in this part of the garden. Continue to add full color in your garden with chrysanthemums and also with garden mums. And I also added some asters and things that would just give your garden a lift, a boost. Every morning it's just a joy to be able to come into the garden and to walk around. And so giving you these tours of the garden is just a natural process, something that I do anyway. So having you join me is not a problem. It's actually a pleasure. Now this plant actually looks like an aster in some way. I don't know what it's called, but I really love it, and I hope that it seeds throughout these beds, and that I'll have more of it, because it almost looks like a filler, with the hydrangea. Something else that I do when I am planning and putting things together in the garden is I almost want it to be like a bouquet. Grouping plants together as if it is a bouquet in the garden. So we do have the main plant, which is the hydrangea here. We have this plant, which is like a filler. And we also have fern, which take up space too. So now if I were to gather it together and create a bouquet, it would look very, very beautiful. The combinations would really look nice because of the large leaves of the hydrangea. They will fill in with the dainty leaves and stems of this filler plant, which I'm going to consider to be some form of aster, and also the fern back there. So you can see I brought my caladium and put it here, just testing it out, and I think it looks really nice. It adds a pop of color to this section, which needs it. It's these little changes in the garden that help to make the garden interesting and to keep us involved and connected with the garden, at least for me. I can see a squirrel. It's moving around. Right now, the oak trees are letting go their acorns, so every now and then you can hear a thump, and the squirrels are just having a heyday in that they're gathering the acorns for the winter. I love how the light is shining through the leaves there of the caladium. There's something I want to show you This is my angel trumpet tree, and you can see here that it's setting up to create flowers or bulbs, and so soon, hopefully before it gets too cold, I will have flowers. I believe it's going to be fine as long as the evening temperatures do not drop below 53 in the 50s. It'll be fine. But yeah, that is it. It's a really beautiful pink color, and I'm hoping that we will have flowers. I know we will. We have to. So over here, my husband gave this part of the garden a touch-up, which is good. And I'm very pleased to see how things are developing. My Dahlia plant here has begun to flower, and I really need to just pinch off this so that it continues to bloom. Let me see if I can pinch it with my finger. Yeah, and get more flowers. But I'm glad that it is doing that, because the color of the dahlia is similar to the color of the begonia, and I think this is coming together really nice. I love this here, the yellow of these golden daisies, and also the purple perella. And also here we can see these aster-like plants starting to open up. When I see them coming in, I know that fall is on its way, and that we are right at the end of summer. I wanted to show you that my peach tree did produce peaches. However, they're spotted. I don't know what happened to them. You see that? Oops. And that happened last year as well. Some kind of fungus. But the tree overall did very well. My peach tree. And it's getting larger. This area I consider my food forest. Back there, that is the apple tree. I have here my Asian pear tree and my Bartle pear tree. And they're filling out. So this is doing well. This is my Tuberous Begonia, and it is flowering, so much so that it's dropping flowers and creating new ones. You see that? Each day it's just getting larger and larger, and I like that. It's so beautiful out here right now. I can feel the breeze. And with the light from the sun in the garden, it's just really, really pleasant out here this morning. This Sunday morning, last Sunday of the month of August. Could you believe that August is over, or just about over? With all that we have experienced in the world, time does not wait for anyone. Now this is a mint, and I've actually allowed it to grow out. This is apple mint. I love the flower. And it, for some reason, it trails through here, but it's manageable. It's not too wild. I believe because of the hosta. The hosta roots are very strong and compact. And what I've done too over time is just pull them up a bit. But I'm glad that I've allowed it to flower because this is so pretty. I love this grouping. It almost, as I said, looks like a bouquet. You have the big leaves of the hosta. You have the dainty, more delicate leaves of the mint. And then you have the pop of color from the begonias. And if you frame it out right here, it's just a beautiful little corner. And adding to it these zinnias, which are very, very dainty. See that? Nice little corner in the garden. My Tuberous Begonia in this pot continues to bloom, and it's producing flowers that are gorgeous. I love that color. As you know, that's pretty much my garden, pink and white, and different variations of pink and white. Beautiful. Now, these zinnias are doing well here. The flower heads are very small. But beautiful. I love this grouping right here. I am happy that I'm still able to harvest different vegetables and things in the garden. And the garden is still producing even into September. So let us get the last of the harvest. Don't give up. Keep on harvesting. Keep on pursuing and pulling and gathering together your goodness from your garden. And as you are continuing to harvest in your garden and do the different things that you need to do, just continue to enjoy your garden. As you could tell, the wind is blowing. It's sunny here in the garden at this time, and just a very pleasant place to be as we enjoy the breeze. Look at this red tomato. Ripe on the vine. My hibiscus is, I need to pull those flowers from the rain. You can see that they have been affected by the water, the rain. There's some good news too for the garden that my hydrangeas in the back that they have come alive. I thought I was going to lose these hydrangeas, but they're back. I call this Hydrangea Row. Some of the flowers there. These really suffered, the flowers, the blooms suffered during that dry spell. But you can see that the leaves are back up and they're perky. I was afraid that I was going to lose this one in particular, but they have been restored. This one even flowered here. Which is good. And the other plants are back up. Now notice here on the ground these acorns. It's from the oak trees. Now is the time to really analyze the garden and to pull out the plants and the weeds that are there that may want to take root and show up again in the spring. So now's the time after a rain to go out and really pull up those weeds and remove them out of your garden so that your garden can have a chance when the springtime comes to be even more healthier and weed-free. And my neighbor's tree is a wonderful accent. It's shared. It's a shared plant. I'm able to what they call a borrowed landscape. But it looks really nice right here, this picture with that beautiful maple tree in her yard. Right here, I just love this spot in the front garden. It's much more calmer. You know, it's the different shades of green, different leaf textures that are coming together to formulate this beautiful border look. It's not a lot of color in terms of, you know, bright colors. We do see some accents of yellow here, but it's more about the variegated leaves, leaf shape, and that's important in the garden, to have a variety of different leaf shapes and combinations in your garden. Even in this part, which I call my urban cottage garden or my city garden piece, you can also see the different shapes and colors in this as well. And then the pop of color from the zinnias. Which I need to deadhead so that they continue to flower. What are some of the things that you are looking forward to in September? I hope that with all that is happening around the world, that you are spending time in your garden and taking care of yourself, taking care of the things that are most important to you, and that you are planning and thinking ahead into the future. You know, sometimes we get so stuck in the present that we don't realize that things will change for the better. So what we need to do is to keep hope alive. Just keep dreaming and looking into how we can make improvements in our lives. And things will come together. Things will come together. Don't become stagnant, but continue to move with your dreams. Move forward in what you want to do, and better days are ahead for you. You will attract the positivity, the love, the joy, and the best place to get all of that is in the garden. Remember that this too shall pass. We don't need to be feeling down and depressed, because if we have the right attitude, and if we keep hope alive in our hearts, things will change for the better. I do believe, yes, that things are going to get better. My calla lily decided to produce another beautiful bloom here. And that's good to see. Well, if you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. How is your garden growing? I hope all is going well for you as we transition from August into September. And know that your garden will continue to give you the joy that you need, to fill you with what you need in your heart, your mind, your soul, your spirit. Yes. Remember to spend time in your garden and enjoy these final warm days of the season. And also enjoy the color and the richness of each and every day in your garden. If you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. How is your garden doing? I hope all is well with you in your garden, and that you are experiencing the joy of just being outside, even if the wind is blowing and, you know, whatever. But anyway, enjoy yourself in your garden. Well, thank you so much for visiting with me here in my garden, here in Catherine's garden. Bye.